Good morning, children. Today we will conclude the topic of direct and indirect speech. So, as you know, we have already started this topic, direct and indirect speech. So, first of all, we have known that this is a form of conversation between two or more people. So, in this topic, we have already seen how many kinds of speech are there and what is the direct speech, indirect speech, and we have also seen what are the uh, you know definitions, and we can also say the examples that we have seen. Next, we have also seen how the examples work in case of present tense, in case of past tense we have seen. Next, we have also seen in case of, firstly we had seen in case of assertive sentences what are the changes that happen, then we have seen in case of the interrogative sentences what are the changes that happen, change in the questions, and also we have seen that with the help of some examples, right? So now today we will see what are the changes that happen, or how do we change the form of this from direct to indirect or indirect to direct in case of imperative sentences. So let's see that. So the first rule is regarding this imperative sentences is that if the reported speech is an imperative sentence, then in indirect speech, in the place of reporting verb, I hope you can understand what we mean by reporting verb, right? So the verbs like order, advise, tell, ask, all these things will be used according to the intention of the speaker. We will also see with the help of example. First, let me read it out to you. And to is used before the reported verb. That is, the verb takes the infinitive form. Okay, let's see some examples. Now, let's see with the help of this example. Father said to me, be kind to the poor. Now, if you see this part, this reported speech, this is an imperative sentence, right? It is a, we can say it is kind of an advice, we can say. So, the rule as it goes, that is, if the reported speech is an imperative sentence, then in indirect speech, now let's take the indirect speech. What is going to be our indirect speech? That is, this is the indirect speech. Okay, now see the verbs like in the place of the reporting verb is this. Okay, this is the reporting verb, said. This is already in past tense. So the intention of the speaker here, if we see the reported speech, then we can understand the intention of the speaker is advising. Okay, the father said to me. So the father's intention was to advise me. Okay, he was advising me that we should be kind to the poor. So in the place of the reporting verb, that is said to, we will be using the verbs like this: order, advise, tell, ask, command, request, etc. Okay, according to the intention of the speaker. Whatever kind of intention is described in the reported speech, that would be used in case of the reporting verb. Now let's see. Father said to me will change to advised me. And what was the second rule? To is used before the reported verb. This part, okay, while the reported speech is changed in the indirect speech, so we will be using to, and then this thing will be continued. To be kind to the poor. Let's see another example. He said to me, please lend me your book. So by the intention or by the mood of the reported speech, you can understand that this is a request. The person is requesting, okay, that please lend me your book. Now let's see what is the change that happens. So he requested me to lend him. As I said here, to is used before the reported verb. before the verb, if you see lend, it is a verb. So to lend becomes an infinitive form. Lend him, me becomes him, my book. Okay. Next, he said to his servant, come here. This can be said a form of order, we can say. Yes. So he said to his servant, come here. Let's see what is going to be the answer of indirect speech. He ordered his servant to go there. Now you might think that in place of come here, why we have written go there. This generally don't change, but if we see this part, no, here, this will change to there. Okay, in indirect speech. So we can't say, if we have to change in that this way, and suppose the sentence stands like he ordered his servants to come there, the sentence is not proper. Okay, it is improper. So in that case we will change this come to go. Okay, that's the only thing. Otherwise generally we don't change that. Now we will also see some more. Okay, that is, let's see this. If a direct speech begins with let, and if it indicates a proposal or suggestion, then in indirect speech the reported verb used would be propose or suggest. Just here that we understood the mood of the sentence, in this case also we will understand the mood of the sentence, okay, of the imperative sentence. So according to that, while the sentence will be starting with let, for example, let us go to the shop, let us go for a morning walk, in these kinds of sentences, that is also a imperative sentence. Okay, that will also come under imperative sentence section. But just because the sentence is starting with let, so we can say that the mood of the sentence or the mood of the speaker is either in the form of proposal or in the form of suggestion. Okay, and let is deleted. Let will not be continued in the indirect speech. Let's see the example. We will see the example. Next rule is, if it indicates prayer or permission, it may suggest you, or it may show you a proposal. Okay, proposal can be kind of, let us do that. Suppose you asked someone to do something, so that can also be considered as a form of proposal or suggestion, that comes within or. Okay, and if it shows you prayer or permission, then let is replaced by might or might be, and accordingly the reporting verb is also changed. Let's see some example. Let's see, this is for the first one. Okay, let us play this. This shows a proposal or suggestion. He said to me, let us play. He proposed or suggested to me that we should play. He proposed or suggested to me. Now see, if it indicates a proposal or suggestion, then in indirect speech the reported verb used would be propose or suggest. Now see, I have used in the reported verb proposed or suggested. Okay, that will be the same. The comma and inverted comma will be taken out, so it will remain that. We, that is us, will change to we. And should, why should? Because something is suggested that we should do this. Okay, so we should play. This is the first example. This is the example related to this sentence. Let's see another one now with the second point. He said, let me go home. Either the person is asking for, maybe requesting, or maybe asking for permission. So in that case, what will change? Either it will be replaced by might or might be. Okay, he wished that he might be allowed to go home. So how is it written? It can be changed to he wished. Okay, or he wished. He just had a wish, he just thought that he might be. This part will be changing. Okay, this part will be changing according to the sentence. Might be allowed to go home now changes to then. I hope this part is clear to you, and if you have any doubt, you just can try to practice the sentences yourself. So while we will be studying, while we will be trying to change the sentences yourself, you will understand this. Now let's see, in case of exclamatory sentence, what are the changes that happens. Now in case of exclamatory sentence, the reporting verb is changed by the verbs like wish, pray, bless, etc. Okay, many words can be there, many verbs can be there. And in the indirect speech, the exclamatory sentence changes to an assertive sentence. This is not that important, because we already know that in indirect speech the sentence does end with a full stop. That is permanently, that's a rule. Let's see, it's a very easy one, there is no problem. He said, alas, I am undone. So by the word alas, you can understand that it is expressing sorrow. Okay, it's expressing grief. So let's see, how do we write? He exclaimed with sorrow that he was undone. Okay, let's check the next example. That is, they said, hooray, we have won the game. So by the word hooray, you can understand that this is a expression of laughter or joy, we can say. So the speaker, they are happy. They cried out with joy, or you can also say they exclaimed with joy. Okay, you can say in that way. They cried out with joy. Okay, this is the thing that we have added here. That they had. Just remember this thing, that this is in past tense, this is in present tense. Reporting verb is in past tense, reported speech is in present tense. So your indirect speech will be in past tense. So they had won the game. Next, he said to me, what a beautiful scene it is. What a beautiful scene. That means somebody is surprised or awestruck by any awesome view that was in front of the speaker. So let's see, that means it can show a form of surprise. Let's see how we'll write. He cried out in surprise, or you can write he exclaimed in surprise that it was a very beautiful scene. Okay, or you can change according to your you can also write it, as it is present here, it is. So you can write that was a very beautiful scene, or you can take this very out. You can just omit it also. Next one, he said, what a fool I am. Okay, he exclaimed, the person has exclaimed. So you can understand that what is the mood of the exclamatory sentence. So he exclaimed with regret that he was a great fool. Okay, the person here is regretting over something. Next we'll see, Anu said, good morning, Bhanu. So Anu has wished or greeted Bhanu good morning. What will be the answer? Anu wished Bhanu good morning. So you can see what are the changes that happened. Okay, so these are few examples according to the rules. You can just check out the rules, just read them once again, try to understand, and if you have any problem, then you can consult me with that. I can even give you some more examples to try them out yourself. And so that brings us to the end of the chapter. And after you have gone through this, you do also try to practice, or you just try to solve the book activities also. Okay.